Hey,
Hello,
welcome everybody to Monday Night Tweed Talks
at a
at eight
different time.
at 8:36. So we were originally supposed to be going live at 9 p.m. We were doing that to accommodate our special guests tonight. They are on the West Coast,
Yeah.
correct?
Well,
Correct?
one is in Tennessee and the other one is in West Coast.
Yeah. So we're trying to coordinate times the best we can. And anybody who is in the entertainment business knows that when you get a meeting, when you're called for a meeting, you got to go. So that's what happened. We're not going to be able to have them on Cynthia Rothrock and Trina Pellegrini. So we will do that at another date and time. We're really looking forward to having them on. If you are a fan of martial arts, especially in the 80s and 90s, then when we say the name Cynthia Rothrock, you know exactly who we are talking about. So we look forward to having them both on in the near future.
Very near future.
Very near
They,
future.
they gave us another date. It may be different. But just in case you don't know who Cynthia is, I'm going to show a demo reel.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that? I think she's feeling me. Turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease. Bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me. Cause she got a bad little waist. And we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase. Casamigos to the face, baby, I don't know.
Too bad about your little man. He put up quite a fight. Drop it! I said drop it!
What does he want from me?
Who's he, Teddy?
You know.
No, I don't know who he is!
Sweet Jesus. He sent you, and you're inside my head.
Yeah, I'm inside your head.
This is our beach. We run this.
Yeah? How much did you pay for this beach? Should I come find you when something breaks at the cafe?
You know what? All of a sudden, I don't want you on our beach either.
Yeah? Well, I pay rent here. You're gonna have to make me leave.
I don't fight girls.
Good. Then there's no fight. Get out of here!
I guess you're not your typical PTA mom, are you?
You got that right.
Well, there you have it. A little taste. Oh, okay. So we originally wanted to have them on because they are presenters at the Mega Action that is coming up this weekend. And I'm going to be presenting there this weekend on Saturday, doing a seminar. So if you are going there, stop by. And yeah, that's it. That's very exciting news. So if you're going to this weekend, I'm going to be there. My wife's going to be there. I'm going to be presenting there. So come to my lecture, please.
The Action Martial Arts Mega Weekend in Atlantic City. It's at the Tropicana. Come on, honey, give the rest of the information. Hey, Jane.
Hey,
Hi,
Jane.
Dee. Thank you for stopping in on this odd time for Tweed Talks. But yes, we were just Pedro was just sharing his news, and I really thought he was going to make that announcement like much bigger, but he should have just let me do it because he was way too.
I handed you the paper, huh?
Yeah, but you started talking. You were like, yeah, and if you're coming, and you very low energy.
Uh, no, it's because I was really excited, and
Yeah.
and we just found out that they couldn't come on, and so, but I still love them. We will see them this weekend. Jane, are you gonna be there this weekend?
Jane, are we gonna see you this weekend? Come
Because
on.
I'm bringing my guitar. Would you send Jane the link? Why are you looking at me like that, huh?
You
I
guys,
didn't eat yet.
Pedro needs to learn how to pivot.
Pivot.
Yes. Yeah, Jane. We're looking forward to seeing you. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and make that announcement for Pedro. So several months ago, I had sent an email inquiring if he could teach a seminar. All the slots were booked. Okay. And now, mind you, when I asked Pedro, about, can I send the organizer a message, he was kind of like, no, don't do it. So I sent a message anyway. And he said, there's nothing available right now, no more slots available for seminars, but if something opens up, he would let us know. So he happened to post the other day, and my husband saw the post. So he jumped on it. And
Jumped
so,
on
so
it.
now he was selected to teach 2 seminars at the Action Martial Arts Mega Weekend at the Tropicana. So you want to say a little bit about your seminar? I think, so you can, maybe someone is interested.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
What?
It's a seminar that I've been doing for a while. I've been teaching this for a while. I think that it's important to take care of the inside as well as the outside. And unfortunately, a lot of the times we're taking care of the outside and not at the inside. And I'm going to be talking about that, and I'm going to be teaching some stuff that do that.
You don't want to say it. Okay.
Until I get there.
Okay.
But yes.
So, okay. So the date is this coming Saturday. The first seminar is in Area 3, 8:45 to 9:20. And then the second seminar is the same. He's doing the same content, will be in Area 1, and that will be 3:20 to 4 o'clock. So yes, talking about taking care of the inside.
Yeah.
Because that's the last thing that we think of. We think of the outside, pumping and exercising,
right,
and building that up. But sometimes what we put inside,
What's interesting is that before all this happened, began to write a book on this. I was talking to some of my students, and they said, "Oh, that's a really good idea." And this whole thing came about when I was teaching the Tanita class, and I did something, and one of the kids' brothers said, "Wow, aren't you all?"
Yeah, I remember that.
Which is the first actually chapter talking about all, because when you get something like this,
it's very handsome.
People, but they see the gray, and then automatically they think that you can't do anything.
Yeah.
So when you saw me do that, I wasn't surprised, because I heard many people say that about when I do something. Like I was training somebody and I threw a kick, and the lady goes like, "Whoa!" And again, he always comes up, "But aren't you too old for that?" And the thing is that it's all about energy. And we all have it, except that we don't culture it.
I want to just say this because hey, Robin, I mean, we old folk can't move. Jane, I've seen you move. I understand why he's being vague, but it's driving me crazy a little bit. But I'm just going to tell you guys a story about what I witnessed when I went with, because he was
That's in the book too. Yeah.
He was teaching he taught a senior Tai Chi class for many, actually you're still teaching.
Yeah.
It was just at a different location.
Hey
Tom.
Hey
Tom. I hope you're feeling well.
You.
So I went with Pedro to one of his Tai Chi classes, and I'm just sitting there and I'm observing, him and his students. And I think maybe there was a new student in the class that day, something like that. And, you know, he had started the class, the chi was flowing. So he goes up to one of his star pupils. And I say that because Nellie, hi Nellie Culligan had been taking Tai Chi for many, many years. And he went up to her and he went like this. And the lady almost fell over. Like she started to fall backward and he had to catch her. And I was just like, okay. So, you know, when he told me that story was going to be in the book, I was so excited. And it was such a sight to see. So and go to the seminar, guys.
I saw my teacher doing that. So, you know, it's a little bit different. Tom, we miss you so much.
Yes, Tom.
And he said, you know,
I owe you a call.
He said, you know, that's because, is that?
It's an owl.
Okay.
Tom, every time we see an eagle, we think of you.
Yeah. So I know you got that call from me. I left you a message, and that's why you got that call, because you get eagle. And
oh, okay.
And how about the eagle flying towards my car?
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of times. Yeah.
Yeah. Where were we going? I think we were going to.
We were doing a commercial. No, we were shooting a commercial in Lake Placid, something like that.
Oh, is that when that happened?
Yeah. It happened there the second time.
That was in June.
Yes.
That was in June.
Yeah.
I feel like something just happened recently, but I can't remember. We're good. A lot's going on right now. A lot.
Yeah. There's a lot going on. And you were, when I was talking to Trina last week, you were shooting.
Okay.
So I was trying to get the show together. And so you were shooting in Albany.
Albany, yes.
Yeah. How was that?
It was really good. We didn't
talk too much about it.
This commercial was the commercial that never ended. We started shooting this commercial before Christmas. I think the week before. And the dates were sort of shifting a little bit before we even started the shoot, which was fine, but I had the entire week clear, and then, you know, we were going to finish shooting the week of Christmas, so after Christmas, just later on that week. And we got in there, we were gung-ho, and it was supposed to be 4 days. So I shot the 3 days, and they're like, okay, we're going to pick up after the holiday. So with actors dropping out, locations being canceled, and us not being able to get locations, the shoot had been rescheduled 4 times. Well, and also the last time was because of me. I got sick. I ended up with COVID.
Yeah.
So
that was
4 times. So then last week was the final day, and production just ended up renting an Airbnb, which, you know, was ideal because you don't have to depend on anyone else. Like, oh, sorry, I can't, you know, my boiler broke or whatever the case may be. So we finally got our last day of shooting in, and I was so excited. And actually, when I went, my oldest daughter, Angelica, stopped by the shoot because she is up by Albany. She was on her way down from Glens Falls. So she stopped in Troy. Hi, Angelica. We have a comment. Gee, I remember Pedro teaching me Tai Chi on the streets in Kingston. We weren't just talking about that. We were talking about something similar.
That was
in between movies.
That was when we shot King Cobra. It was King Cobra, and you would that guy dressed you on the really short.
I was a waitress. Yeah, I was a waitress, and
they put you on a really short.
It was a denim shirt dress.
Yeah.
But you know, these legs go on for days.
So you know that I don't like to sit still. So in the middle of that shoot, I started to teach Tai Chi outside, which is pretty normal for me because I was booked as a Tai Chi teacher for a show.
Yeah. Mysteries of Laura starring Deborah Messing that was on for a couple seasons.
Right. And when I went over there, you know, I'm not going to say that actors lie, but.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I went there, and I had a group that I had to teach during the shoot. And
Yeah, you had to teach them because none of them knew how to do Tai Chi.
But they all said that
they all
did.
said that they did.
So I said, okay, let's rehearse. So then they said, well, I did Tai Chi, but it was a long time ago, like 20 years, and they look 21. So, so then anyway, so then I started teaching them, short form, and then we did the short form, and it was the most authentic thing. First of all, I took off that day from teaching Tai Chi to do
go
that
and teach Tai Chi
on that same day. So basically, nothing changed. Except that I had different students, so it was very.
And you were getting paid.
So, yeah, and then the same thing. Oh, I get paid for the other time. Oh, yeah. Anyway.
I love how, and that just is a good segue into what I wanted to say. I love how every time you go to set, every time I take Pedro to set, or he goes to set by himself because he's done stuff on his own, he always is teaching something.
Oh, remember the
Tai Chi twice.
Remember when? I'm trying to think of her name.
Boxer?
Yeah, Boxer.
Okay. Let me finish telling my story because that's the story I was telling.
Yes, go ahead, honey.
So we were on set of a German film.
Yes.
Okay. And my friend Christy Kapp, who was also a model and actress, we were all on set together, and we were doing like this dinner scene, but we were in holding.
Mm-hmm.
And Paige was like, "Oh, okay, throw at me." So they're, throwing, and he's, doing his martial arts, his blocking, and they knock over a fan, and it bang, didn't break it, but
people laugh at
good
that.
Times,
yeah.
Good times. And there's actually a photo of you, and you guys are like on set.
Oh my gosh!
I probably took it with my BlackBerry.
I think that because sometimes it could be so boring when you're wearing, unless you're shooting with Charles Marina, everything is like go, and that's fast.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think knocked over a face. I really think that we have. And I know I have said this before. I don't want to sound redundant, but I've said this about the gymnastics community. Mm-hmm. I said this about the martial arts community. And I will definitely say this again about the acting community in the Hudson Valley. We all know each other. We have worked with each other so many times. And so when we come together and we're filming, it's like you're with family. And I feel like when you do that, and I was going to say this also when Cynthia and Trina came on, we probably see at these martial arts conventions, we probably see these martial artists more than we see our own family. Depends, because they're martial arts conventions, they're like year round.
Yeah.
There's like several a year. And if you live out of town, you don't get to see your family. You at least go to these martial arts conventions and see the same martial artists over and over again.
Well, this is the largest convention out there on. This is the largest. We've been there several times.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always a lot of fun, and we're going to see Cynthia and Trina there.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's funny because there's a couple of photos of us dancing. And I didn't realize that in a couple of them, Trina is behind us.
Yes.
And so I thought, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
And
yes,
right, Jean, that's right.
Jean.
How's your daughter doing with her singing?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right. It's been a while though. I think when the weather breaks, I think we should just like send a message out to our acting folks and like get together and like maybe like Ulster County or something like that. Which reminds me, I am going to drop this plug because we wanted to make announcements about local events that are going on.
Mm-hmm.
So Uplift.
I knew you were going to say that. Go ahead.
Uplift, Upstate Women in Film and Television. They have their, I don't want to call them. I just hit the call to call them. No one's going to answer. They have their Oscars viewing party, which is Sunday, March 12th. It's 7 p.m. at Old Savannah Southern Table and Bar in Kingston.
Mhm.
Gene, you should come. Andrew Smith, what up, guys? Let's get ready to rock this weekend. So again, that
Yeah, we'll see you
Uplift
there.
viewing party Sunday, March 12th. Pedro and I are going to that too, and we get dressed to the nines.
Like
We-
we're going to the Oscar party. Yes.
I mean, it's the Oscars. Always,
Yeah.
Gene, you should go. Tickets are extremely inexpensive. Go, you should go because we're
Yeah.
gonna be there. And actually, let me tell you what the attire is, because me and Kim Kiernan were talking this morning. She messaged me and said she got her tickets. So the theme for the attire is creative formal. Didn't really know what that was, so I Googled it. I think I found like 7
Googled
dress
it.
options, so I'll be picking one of them. Okay, then I need to borrow one of your dresses.
Huh?
Come through. But yes, I highly recommend that you go. Bring a friend or two. It's so nice. You go there. They have a red carpet. It's a really, really nice event. Last year was the first time we went, and I'm like Eugene. Last year when I saw the post pop up, I said, "Oh, I have always wanted to go there," because I kept seeing the post every year. And finally, I was like, "Let's go." Hey, Lisette, our guests were unfortunately unable to make it tonight, but we are gonna have them on at a later date. Okay, I'll come and try something on as long as I get Tai Chi lessons. We would be happy. I mean, I would be happy to lend his expertise to you. Yes, you would have fun. So, and invite a bunch of people.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a blast. And
You
remember,
know what's fun? You know.
go ahead. I know what you're gonna say.
I know where you're going. When we went over there,
Mhm.
that was the slap that was heard around
Wow.
the horn. We didn't even notice.
We did it because
We were having so much fun.
No, we ended up leaving.
We were leaving.
We left because it was quite late,
Yeah.
and we were driving, and then I think my news feed, because I was on the
Everybody
phone.
was talking about it.
Yeah,
Right.
and I was like, honey,
Let me tell you something.
Will Smith just slapped somebody.
People wanted to know how I felt about it, and we talked about it on the following show that day.
Yes.
It was I'm not even gonna go over that again because
what a night.
It was a slap in the face to more than one person. That's what I said.
Yeah, you know that, because something like that you can't really come back from in that evening. Like it's just like, even like an hour after that, you're still thinking with that in your head. So, we don't do that, Gene. We behave.
Yeah, we do.
Especially, I make sure Pedro behaves, and he leaves his nunchaku at home.
I could have lost it that night, but there's some guy asking me a lot of questions about you and saying, we're married, right? Yep. What?
Oh, Gene, thank you. Yeah, so we're definitely gonna hit up that party. And at a time where you think that during the winter there are less events, there are a lot of events that are going on. And we said we were gonna do this before. I will make sure that I post that the link to get tickets for the Oscars viewing party at Old Savannah in Kingston. I will post that link. Like I said, the tickets are really, really inexpensive, you guys. You have to go. So I'll make sure I post that. But we said a while ago that we wanted to share local events that were going on. And when I say local, I mean the Hudson Valley. So I know Kingston is not, in Monticello or Sullivan County even, but that is local to me.
Tom says hello to Andrew Smith.
Yes.
Yeah. I could almost hear Andrew's voice getting excited. Yes, let's go. We have to see him over there. I am excited, and I've done this type of seminar before, but I never done it at the mega action.
Oh, you're welcome,
So
honey.
this is gonna be a lot of fun.
I am so excited. When you told me this morning, I just I
know you were excited.
Yeah.
This is gonna be fun, and it's gonna be entertaining, because you know how I do my lectures. You know, it have to be entertaining and informative.
Don't talk about me though.
Oh yes, I cannot do something while talking about you. Meant to say, okay.
Oh, she makes sure. Yeah. Yeah, Gene. Because sometimes I'm like, honey, you just chill, just chill.
Look, I love Jane. You know that. I don't say that about too many people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but she makes me laugh. And look at that. Look at what she said.
I know, but when you just said she makes me laugh, it just made me think of
the glasses, right?
I think when she posted that picture. Wait, do you have it?
No, I think I just took it off today.
No, I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, but I couldn't keep it together. It was hysterical. We're just scrolling through photos right now. Someone did leave another comment though.
Somebody did.
We do have a very busy February coming up.
Are you talking about this? Why?
I don't know. It's funny. Wait, show it again. Flash it again.
Okay. When she got back from work.
So she was at work.
She was at work.
She was at work, but she posted.
Hey, Hasina, you better go through it again. Hasina just joined in.
Hi, Hasina. Jane cracks me up. Yeah.
Yeah, Jane is very funny.
Sorry. So Tom is gonna miss it. He's gonna be in the hospital getting chemotherapy for a few days, but all is good. Well, Tom,
we're praying for you, Tom.
We will be praying for you. Anyone in this on the show that's watching that knows a word of prayer, pray for our guy Tom Renner.
Oh, here we go. Video show you. Okay.
Jane, is it gonna be funny?
Yeah, it's gonna be funny. But you know, there's a line being funny and also passive person.
Yeah.
Is that, and she's also passive, and I love people like that.
Yeah.
You have to be able to navigate between serious and funny. You know, you can't be too serious, and you can't be too funny.
That's a really good word, navigate.
Yeah, because well, that's what life is. You're navigating from one thing to another.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is sometimes people get stuck on one emotion.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, you know, you talk to them and they're like, you know, there was a kid, you know what I love about teaching gymnastics? There's a kid that is now on the team.
Okay.
And she used to come and not say a thing and always had her head down like this. Wouldn't you know that after we went to the competition, the parents told me that she wouldn't talk to anyone.
She wouldn't talk to anyone after the competition?
No. She wouldn't talk to anyone before she came to gymnastics. And that kid was talking to them and made me so happy because she found something that she loves that brought her out of her shell. We had another kid before like that. I don't know if you remember.
That warms my heart.
She said, her mother came to me and said, she wants to make the team. And I looked at her like, what? You remember who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I said, the kid was terrified just touching the bar. And she wanted to make, she got to do the bars, right?
Yeah.
The girl ended up being pretty good and came out of her shell a little bit. So if that's all we do.
Yeah.
I
just that just makes me think of, when these kids come to gymnastics, they make friends. You know, it's camaraderie. Do you know how many times, especially like with our tiny tot parents, the little ones, we have a mommy and me class. And so all the parents are there, they're assisting the kids on the equipment. And when these little ones who are not in preschool most of the times, the Tiny Tots class, these are their friends.
Right.
These are their friends.
They
So
go
they
up and-
come and they bring the invitations, party invitations. So they make friends and then they do things that are outside
Yeah,
of
they make
gymnastics.
friends and they get married to each other.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
funny.
they try to kiss each other.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys
Yeah.
don't know what happens in these Tiny Tots
The other-
class.
Not only the Tiny Tot, but the other day, I had 10 boyfriends.
Oh my gosh.
And
These
you know
kids
what
are
I say
so
about
funny.
that.
It's so funny.
This is what's going on this weekend. This is
That's a really good picture.
yeah, I like it.
You see, it's all about the angle.
Yeah.
See, I
Is that what it
because
is?
my arm is long.
I stole this from Trina.
Mondays belong to the go-getters.
Right.
Let's flash a couple comments.
Comments.
Yeah.
Comments. Okay, there we go. Comments.
When kids, let's post that. Claire Sullivan. Oh, hi, Claire. When kids go to gymnastics, they are not just learning about the gymnastics, they are getting a weekly dose of vitamin Tweed. The positivity and encouragement is priceless.
She always says that, and she wanted me to make a shirt.
Okay,
That's it.
because before
Vitamin
you
Tweed.
even said that, it was in my head, like
Mhm.
with a vitamin bottle and a T on it.
Right.
Come on, Claire. We're here, Claire. I love how all the girls support each other when they cheer each other on at the mini meets. It warms my heart.
That could have been a whole different.
Yeah, you should make a shirt. It's happening, Claire. It's happening. You know, we were at the gym 2 weeks ago, and Layla picked up her phone because the girls, the 2s and 3s, were working their round off back handspring on the jumble track.
Right.
With Coach Pete, but he, took a step back so they could do it on their own. Each and every one of those girls, all 4 of them, 5 of them basically got it on the same day because
of the
energy is contagious.
Mhm.
And the way all of them, like when one would get the skill, they would run up to them and bear hug them, and they would all fall down onto the mats. It was adorable. That part we didn't end up getting on camera, but it was so cute.
Well, the thing is, I do believe in energy, obviously, and I teach a lot about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you that back then, when I first started coaching, I was a teenager back then, and we used to call that feeling Friday, no matter what day it was.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have changed it to Tuesday. Now we say it's Tuesday, and so when that energy start permeating through around the gym, that I could literally ask them to do anything, even things that they don't have, and they go and do it because the energy, the way they're feeling about it. I mean, it's hard to do something with a headache. You can't do anything. But if the energy is out, just the same way as you're feeling, that headache, and you can't do anything. When that energy is out, you could do anything, even things that you thought you couldn't do, because it's a positive energy. Today, for instance, we had 2 overall level 3. Okay, and the thing is that I don't believe in jealousy, because jealousy doesn't make you better than the other person. Just you are admitting that the other person is better than you. That's what you're doing. That's funny because I said that to Cynthia a long time ago. And so jealousy is admitting that that you think that somebody is better than you. That's what it is. Today, I saw one of the kids get a skill that they didn't have, the kind of clothes, and the other kid did not do it. But then she went, "Yes, Marissa, you did it." And guess what? She went back to the bars and she was able to do it too. And then they were doing the dismount, and it was I love when that energy is present. It's like when you go to church and you feel the Spirit of God. That's it.
And it's like all in the building. He's making me a little verklempt. Speaking of, that's okay, Trina. That is all right.
Now you owe me a dance.
Speaking of Tuesday, I thought today was Tuesday. Okay, you guys, I have to tell you the funniest story. You know what I'm gonna say.
Go ahead.
Okay, so thank you, Jane. So Sunday morning,
Oh,
Sunday
I know where you're going with this.
morning, I got up
Mm-hmm.
and I had said to my daughter the night before, I was like, Layla, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna cook a nice breakfast. So on Sunday, I get up and I take out the bacon, I get the eggs out, and I was making my husband and Layla bacon, egg, and cheese on artisan bread. Like this is fresh artisan bread, so I had to slice it and everything. So I start making it for him, and I sit down. You know, I'm like, honey, come sit down and eat, because he was in here working on the promo a little bit. So he got up and he goes into the room at like 9:15. So he goes into the room, and then I finish eating, and I get up and I go in the room,
Mm-hmm.
you know, after he had gotten out of the shower, and I go in the room and I look at him. I'm like, why is he putting on sweatpants to wear to church on Sunday?
Right.
And so then I thought to myself, and then I don't remember what transpired, but then it was just like, honey, today's Saturday. And I was like, oh my God.
And we had a class.
And we had a class, and and literally like 18 minutes. So, and I'm usually an early bird. I usually try to get to the gym by like 9:35 to make sure everything is cool and copacetic before anyone arrives. And he was like, that's okay, honey, I'll go and open. And I was like, I was so discombobulated because I still have not had a normal schedule since coming back from winter vacation, because we had winter break, and then the week after winter break I was sick, so I didn't go to work at all that week. So my mind is still messed up. Then I went back to work, but then I had to go finish the last day of that shoot. I am so out of whack. I don't know what day it is, and I'm still trying to get my mind right. So I thought Saturday was Sunday, and I thought today was Tuesday.
That was this is Trina's book.
Gotcha. There we go.
And this is a husband book. So make sure you go over there. You can meet them in person.
The energy you throw into the universe is what you get back for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nicole, that is.
I say that energy. I think I wrote this, and maybe in the upcoming book, but I know I wrote it on Facebook at one point. And I said that energy is like a boomerang.
Mm-hmm.
So when you let it go, it always comes back to you. And people don't realize that it's a reflection of what you're thinking and what you're doing. Most of us behave according to what we're thinking.
Oh,
and I always say,
I'm so guilty of that.
Yeah, we behave according to what we're thinking, but at the same time, it's funny. It's funny that Claire is watching, because I said, listen, don't tell me that it's the thought that counts. Give me the gift.
For sure.
The gift feels a lot better than actually the thought, because if I don't know what you're thinking, then I'd be wondering.
Yeah.
You know, unless you put it out and actually do something, then it just becomes a thought and you're not moving.
That's such a good point, because a young lady brought in a gift on Friday that was supposed to be a Christmas gift for my husband and I. This young lady gets us a gift every year, her and her family. And it said Merry Christmas on it, Crystal and Pete. And I was like, you know what? I don't care if it's late. It's a gift. And I thought that to myself earlier today. I was like, what does it matter if the gift is late, or, you know, she couldn't, or it was a holiday or whatever, and she couldn't get it to us? Getting a gift feels really nice.
Regardless of when you
get it.
Well, if you remember, and I'm going to have to start doing this again. I want to tell young people out there. Because I remember I used to send you flowers, and for what? And used to say because it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay, and it doesn't matter when it is. If you're thinking about a person, is good. But if you're thinking but not doing anything about it, then it just stays within you. You have to let it out. You have to let things out. Tell people that you love them.
Mm-hmm.
Tell people that you love. And sometimes you forget, when you're having a relationship, that you don't go and kiss them the way that they did. Like yesterday when I was, and you were giggling. But the thing is that you have to do that. You have to keep doing that. Keep doing those same things that you did early in the. Oh.
Claire started a hashtag.
What did you say?
Hashtag relationship goals.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
You have to make it fresh.
I want to just go back to what you were saying about thinking, what you're thinking, and the energy you operate according to what you're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask the ladies on this thread, those that are married or in a relationship, do you guys ever get mad at your spouse in your head because of something they didn't do, but you didn't even ask them to do it? You're mad already, and then they come in the room, they're like, do, 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 and you're just like,
yeah,
it's because they didn't do.
Okay. that is funny because
Claire said, yeah, Trina said.
Yeah. Sometimes people see what
so
happens with
bad.
couple is that, and I'm not going to say woman because sometimes men do it too, but you think that you could read your minds, your partner's mind. You think that they know what you're thinking.
Trina. Hashtag truth. Start another hashtag.
So when you think that, then you assume that they just know. I told you that I was writing this, and you guys gonna have my book before it's actually published.
Thanks, Trina.
But I was saying, look, I'm gonna do everything. So when my wife gets home, when my wife gets home, she's gonna say, "Oh, honey, look at that! You backing, you did this, you did that, you did that."
I'm so embarrassed.
But it happens with everybody.
Yeah.
Even my mother. So what happens is that people don't notice what was done. They only notice what wasn't done. So if I clean the living room, if I make the bed or whatever, then what happens is you didn't do that one dish over there because that's the only thing that stick out, but you don't notice the things that were done. So
can I just?
Sure.
I just want to say so, and I have done that before.
This is getting good. This
I have done this before.
That's why I
have. So here's the thing. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong, and you saw my face, I knew what he was gonna say, and I'm just like, you're right. I need to correct that.
Let me tell you something that, I'm gonna let you finish.
So I just think, where's Trina's comment? Okay, because you think they should have known. Okay, Trina, I feel you right now because this is what I want to say about that comment.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I am throwing stuff in the trash,
right,
and the trash is full,
yeah,
and I go to bed, and I wake up, and I come in the kitchen to make breakfast, and the trash is full, and it's been full overnight, then when you posted that comment, that's exactly what my mind went to. But it's been full. Yeah. It's been full since the night before. Why would you not change it? Right. And now I have to take the garbage out of the thing, and I have an attitude. Oh, honey, let me take it. No, I have it now. I'll do it myself.
Yeah. The Bible says slow to anger.
Yes. So let me just say this. Twice today, without you doing anything,
mm-hmm.
I had to catch myself and say, Crystal, why do you have an attitude right now? Once when I'm serious. Once when I was in the shower, and then once it was sometime after that. But I was like, okay, get your head together. He didn't do anything. So you have no reason to be mad. I know you guys don't think the same way I do now. Wait, I didn't.
Wait, okay.
Now I do get frustrated, but I have to ask. Listen, Jane.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say we're an open book, but we are.
Listen, I tell you something. one of the most wonderful thing about you, besides your beauty, and is your understanding, because you are that way. Where if you see something, that is true. You know, for a long time, I thought that my last name was Garbage,
Mentiroso.
because my mom used to say, Pedro, garbage. Um, no, that you actually do think about things afterward, you know, and when we have a conversation,
Mm-hmm.
you know, people don't believe that we don't fight because they think that it's a normal thing that couples should be fighting all the time. So, so but when we sit down and have a conversation and say, oh, okay, I
Mm-hmm.
understand the way you see it. And even if you don't feel that I'm right, we still have that conversation.
Yeah, because I think it's very important to hear you out.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because what he gets said about or what hurts him, I can't um I can't I can't invalidate your feelings
Mhm.
because that's the way you feel.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like it's always necessary to hear the other person out, even if I think it's absolutely ridiculous because, you know, I'm like, you know, honey, that's not the case. That's not what happened. But, you know, if you just hear that person out and say, okay, I don't agree with you, but okay, those are your feelings. I completely understand. I feel like that saves you from so many arguments and disagreements.
Okay. So
It's always something little,
so we
Trina. It's always something little.
yeah, yeah. It's funny because when we moved to the new house,
Mhm.
you didn't want the dishwasher.
Yeah.
We could laugh about it now.
How
Oh,
idiotic. How idiotic.
And now it's like, come on, load it.
Literally, I don't want to wash dish. Well, I mean, I do if there's a few, but otherwise, fill up the dishwasher and let's just be done with it. Here's the funny thing about the garbage. My Christian wants to always throw out the garbage before dinner, and when the garbage is not full, I'll tell him to throw it out after, but by the end of the day, he forgets.
Yeah.
Tell him to set a reminder in his iPhone.
Oh.
What was Trina's comment? And I do a lot of annoying things too, I'm sure. Ugh.
Oh, we all do.
Trina,
we all do.
Admittedly so, have turned into, in some areas, I'm a little bit high maintenance. A little bit.
You mean like
in other areas
bored.
I'm a hippie.
I'm bored.
Yeah, and like when
what's my answer to that?
Only boring people get bored. So like if he's in the studio for like hours on end writing or doing promo, whatever he's doing, watching YouTube videos and falling into a rabbit hole, I'm like,
no, I was
honey, I'm bored.
I was actually preparing.
I need him to come out of the studio and I need him to entertain me.
And then when I sit down next to you, you went and did your nails. But your face.
But your presence is
okay.
what I need, because when I come back, I need to feel your presence there.
Listen, we all do.
Lisa, you don't do anything annoying?
Yeah, I think we all do.
Here we go, honey. What do I do that annoys you?
We're going to discuss that when we do our Valentine's Day show. When we bring couple, we're going to bring couple to discuss.
Well, tell me one, because I know there's multiple things I do that. I'm sure.
No, I already told you what it is. And it's a human nature for a woman to wait until the man sits down quietly. And then that's when you want to talk to me. When I wasn't doing anything, when I was running, but the minute I sit down quietly, I'm going to rest. Honey?
Listen, every time he sits down quietly to rest, there's always something that needs to be done in the house.
But you think about it when I'm ready to rest.
Okay, I'm going to tell, I don't know why he's being coy, because I'm going to tell you guys one thing that annoys me about him. Okay?
I'm very zen.
Who's ready for it?
Go ahead.
Wait, I'm gonna know who's ready for it.
Jane.
Jane says, I'm 50 shades of annoying, but we mesh perfectly. Oh. And sometimes I think to myself, Trina's ready. And sometimes I think to myself, and I say to him, like, oh my gosh, how do you put up with me? It's terrible. Okay, let it rip. So the one of the things, because there's more than one of the things that annoys me about Pedro is when he asks me a question that I just, and this goes back to thinking that they should already know. Like, I feel like he should know the answer to that question. So sometimes I'll just look at him and be like, or sometimes I'll give him a short answer. Got to work on that. But he should know the answer already. He should know the answer to the question that he asked me.
Yeah. What are you doing, honey? And Riley?
I just do that to be cute.
Sue.
Abby Sue.
Abby
Oh,
Sue.
Abby. Oh, Abby. I didn't
Abby,
even know
yeah.
that you just snuck in there.
Yeah. She's ready.
Listen, the list could go on.
Wait, Abby Sue. I heard you were down by us.
Abby is in Woodstock.
She live in Woodstock.
Yeah,
Oh, wait a
lives in
minute.
Woodstock.
She may be talking about Woodstock over there. Okay, Kevin.
Yes, not Woodstock 69. The town Woodstock. Kevin mansplains, and I'm annoying because I have my guard up before he says anything. So Jay, I could just see Jane right now like this.
No, she's doing that.
Probably her glasses crooked. Oh gosh.
Yeah. That's what happened. I mean, relationships are complex.
They're very complex. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a list of things.
But if you have the same goal in mind, people, that to feel certain, you got to be on the same page. You got to be on the same page. Okay, now I'm going to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you what the same page means. Hold this book for me. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Open it to page.
I'm on page 31.
31.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to be on the same page. Okay. Okay. Page 31.
Hurry up.
Page 31. Okay, it says Grandmaster Pellegrini and Master Rivas conduct seminar. See what the difference is that you could be on the same page, but you're reading different books. And if you're reading different books, you're not going to be understanding each other.
Yes.
So you have to be the same book. You have to have the same goal. You have to be going in the same direction. They said it's not looking at each other, but heading on the same direction. That's what relationship is. I'm sorry, I didn't read that on fortune cookie. Jane. That's right.
Yeah, born and raised in Monte. Look, yes, Abby has told us that before.
Yeah, no, but I thought when she said before, I thought that she came by us this past weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought so.
Well, I hope she didn't because she didn't contact.
I forgot. Yeah.
The most important advice I give to anyone is communication. It is so important. We love to. Oh, yes. Trina and Pedro mentioned this before that, when we have our talks, we'll just sit there for like an hour and just talk. Just talk. Because one thing about Pedro that drives me nuts also is that if I do something that bothers him or something that I said that, may have upset him, he'll wait to say anything. He'll wait. Sometimes he'll wait like a week and be like, last week and da. I'm like, honey, why didn't you tell me sooner?
Because sometimes if you could handle something yourself and within you, and you could get it out, and then it's not necessary to go through that.
Yeah, but if we're having a conversation a week later, that would mean that you couldn't handle that yourself.
Well, but you try to figure it out yourself at first, because sometimes it's things that are going in your mind that are not actually happening.
I know. That's what I was just talking about.
So if I'm thinking, why is she doing that? Why is she doing that? And then I'm thinking something else.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have garbage from other relationships. And if it looks similar, then of course you assume that it's the same.
You have done that a few times.
But I said before, honey, I think in one of our talk we said, that just because it looks similar, it doesn't mean it's the same. That salt,
speak on it.
Salt and sugar look similar, but the taste is different. So if you just look and say, oh, Wow, I remember my ex did that.
He's
So
done
she
that.
must be doing the same thing.
He's done that to me before,
Yeah,
guys. You
and
should feel sorry for me.
right. No, no, you just come to understand it.
Yeah, but like I said before, when we have discussions, even though I think it's ridiculous that maybe you thought that was the same, I still have to, give you that space to be able to share that with me
Right,
and hear you out.
right. No one is better than the other. And when people start saying, I give 70% and they only give 30, how did you come up with that? And that's when they start to say that, that's when you know that the relationship is going to be in problem. Okay, because let's say me and you are dancing, right? And we make a commitment that we're going to dance a certain dance. Okay, so if I step forward, you step back. If I step back, you step forward.
Mhm.
So that or if you're riding a motorcycle, right?
Mhm.
And you're riding a motorcycle, you have to live with me when we're driving that motorcycle, right? So it's the togetherness is two opposites working together, like yin yang, right? It's two opposites working together for a common goal. Okay, when you do a bicycle, you press and release. Those two opposite things become one, and that's why you move forward.
Mhm.
Okay, so you have to understand that there's difference between people, different between us.
Yeah.
But then you got to learn to apply that difference like you're playing a piano, because every note and every tone is different. 7, right?
You just went into a little Bruce Lee,
No,
a slight little Bruce Lee accent
no,
right there.
and loosely.
But yeah, I like the analogy with the piano.
Yeah. Now, I used to have one before, especially because we make a lot of noise. What?
Jane.
Jane?
Post Jane's comment at the bottom. Wednesday is our 14th anniversary. We have to accept one another because no one else could put up with us. You're stuck like glue. Yeah.
Communication aligned with understanding. Make sure that you understand each other.
Yeah.
Because my ex and I were communicating, but we were yelling at each other. So there was no understanding.
Yes, make sure it's
that
proper communication. He's all up the yin yang. He's adorable. Salt and sugar. Yes.
Sure. Sugar looks the same.
So before we let you guys go, because I want to make sure this handsome guy eats, I'm going to just make those 2 event announcements. So this weekend, we will be in Atlantic City at the Tropicana Resort. There are tons of martial arts seminars and demonstrations that are going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So please, if you are in the area and you would like to attend, come on out. Pedro will be teaching 2 seminars, 8:45 in Area 3 on Saturday and 3:20 in Area 1 on Saturday. And he'll be talking about taking care of the inside, and that's all I can say. The other event I want to mention is the Oscars viewing party sponsored by Upwift, Upstate Women in Film and Television, on Sunday, March 12th at 7 p.m. at the Old Savannah in Kingston, New York. It is a time and a half. Come out, get together, eat with lots of wonderful familiar faces, and watch the Oscars and vote.
Wow, 31 years.
31 years. Trina, you look 31.
Exactly.
Just saying. We have a big anniversary coming up in August.
Yes. And in that anniversary, we're going to renew about.
You are so cute.
Yes. I know. So, well, listen, we were just going to come and tell you that we were going to postpone the show, but it's always a lively conversation when we
don't have anything to talk about.
And
interesting.
Seems like we end up talking a lot. You're
Oh,
welcome to.
all blinged out. What? We're blinging out, Jane? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, I got you. We're blinging
Alright.
out. Oh, Abby.
Thank you, Claire. We'll see you on Wednesday.
You two really elevate Monticello, and I thank you. Ooh,
Elevate.
elevate.
Yeah, that's that energy, right?
Yes. I love my bling. It's on. Listen, we're blinging it out.
Yeah. Good
Good
thing
night,
you didn't come in
Tom.
because we were going to discuss that too. My wife said, no, you never ask a lady what you're going to wear.
Well, no, you
It's a
don't.
surprise.
You ask them how they choose what they're wearing. Safe travels, everyone that is coming. Thank you guys once again for joining us tonight on this off the cuff Tweed Talks. We really appreciate you guys coming on. We're looking forward to the event this weekend, and we will be able to come back and see you guys and post lots of pictures and share what a wonderful time we had. Andrew, we'll see you this weekend.
We'll see you there.
Have a great night, guys. And as always,
love, peace, and harmony. We'll see you then with lots of pictures.
Yes.